If you've struggled with stress, balance, or burnout, and simply feel discouraged or even defeated, and if you're ready to move from force to flow and enjoy ultimate Zen success in your career, health, or relationships, then the Zen Success Show is for you. Your host, Carissa Sims, is an entrepreneur, corporate consultant, best-selling author, meditation teacher, and healer who has found her own Zen success. Here's your host, Carissa Sims.
Welcome to this week's episode of Zen Success. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Marina Shakour Haber. Marina was a successful entrepreneur in the nurse staffing and home healthcare industry, where she observed too many people being overwhelmed, stressed, and unhappy. And I've seen that too. I'm an occupational therapist, so I definitely know that. That's why she decided to follow her own calling to become a life coach, motivational speaker, and author. Amazing. She wrote Dream a Better Dream and released her Amazon best-selling book, Your GPS to Happiness, in August 2022, for which she has received a 5-star review from Reader's Favorite. Welcome, Marina.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here, Carissa.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you here. And I just can feel the joy emanating from your being. It's just, you have this energy of being at peace and on purpose, and you have clarity. It's amazing. I love your energy.
Thank you. Thank you. It didn't come naturally, so often. We have to search for it and you have to get there. A journey.
It's a journey. Yeah. So I wanted to explore the question, how do we steer clear through life's U-turns with clear intent?
How do we steer clear? I'm not sure that we actually can steer clear. However,
it's a myth.
It's a myth. Because, yesterday I was speaking with a client, and she has been experiencing the ups and downs, especially starting with COVID in 2020. She had to give up her business, and unbeknownst to her, yes. And it threw her for a loop. It was a U-turn. It was a U-bend. It was a much deeper than she thought. And so as we spoke, I helped her to understand that when we experience these ups and downs, number one, we know we are alive because it follows a pattern, the natural rhythm of life. Everything in life experiences the ups and downs, just like our heartbeat. So we're not dead, we're alive. So, and as such, what we are doing is by going through these ups and downs, but having clarity. And most people will need a guide. They come to a crashing halt and they will need a guide to help them to navigate through these challenges. And it's good.
Yeah. So a guide like you, like a life coach or something external. Is that what you mean as a guide?
The guides can come in many shapes and forms.
Okay.
It could be a book that you find. Suddenly, a book appears on your shelf and you're drawn to read it. It could be in the form of a coach. It could be a spiritual guide. It could be me hearing you. And I go, oh my God, that's exactly what I needed to hear. And you will follow the hints and clues. So It's not necessarily a coach, but yes, of course, it can be.
I see. I like that book called When God Winks. And sometimes there's synchronicities too. Like if you set an intention and you're clear, sometimes the universe will give you signs. That's what I see it as, a spiritual thing, where it could be a person, a messenger, it could be a person, or a book falls off the shelf, or you see numbers, or you connect deeper with an animal or a tree in nature. So it can be so many different things.
So many different things. And so often we say no to that at first. You first have the whisper and you go, maybe I should listen to, and you go, no, I'm not going to do that. And then you hear,
they don't have time, or why would they?
I don't have time, or you resist it. You don't want to change. I remember that I felt this urge to follow my spiritual path. And I felt, no, thank you. I'm good. My life is good.
To get where you were at, right?
Yeah. And I was really fighting it very hard too, because I was very uncomfortable with that. I didn't want to go that. I just didn't. My business was really good. Everything was good. Life was good. Why in God's name would I change? I mean, please.
And so, most of the time people change because they're unhappy or they're unmotivated, but you didn't have that experience. Huh?
No, not at all. And then I got an offer to sell the business, and I took that piece of paper and I threw it in the garbage can. I said, no.
Did you shred it, or it was, yeah.
So, and then the business didn't do so well. And I said, no, I'm not following any other path. I'll make it. And of course, when it is written, you're going to follow that path. So the business stopped working so well. And I experienced this horrible crash. And I said, maybe I should have listened. So in any event, I was running around the lake. I remember I lived in New Jersey at the time. I was jogging around the lake, and I was so overwhelmed with grief and pain and guilt and the whole smorgasbord. And as I get to the other side of the lake, it's like I'm going to have a heart attack. Really, I stop dead in my tracks and I go, is this it? And I heard the voice and said, no, it's a warning. But if you keep it up, this is what's going to happen. So I said, okay, what now? And it, as loud as I could, as if another person was in the room or out there. And I heard, follow your path. Follow your path. And so I did. I stopped grieving. And I said, all right, let's move forward. And then I decided to write a book, the first one. There it was.
So you bought a book.
I wrote the book.
I wrote it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I just misheard you. Okay. So then how did you start writing it? And what was your inspiration? Was that small voice?
It was the voice, but it took a little bit of time. There were some still reroutings that needed to be done. I started it, at least I had the concept that I'm going to write the book. So I stopped resisting. But there needed to be some more growing to happen for me to write the book. And I did that. I studied, I researched, I really went deep. And then I met someone. Here was the guide, another guide. And I said, well, how do I even start writing a book? And the lady, she said, you know what? You sit down, you open your laptop, and you start. That was it. Okay, well, I can do that. It took a little bit more, but in other words, just get going. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Don't wait for like instruction or whatever. Yeah. That's wonderful. I know it took me a long time when I came out with my first adult book. I actually came out with children's books first. And that was a whole process. But then, my first adult book, oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. It took me like 10 years to come out with it. I was like, oh, wow. But you know what it was is that I had to evolve. It's totally in alignment with what you were saying, is that I needed to get some more messages that I could put into the book to help people and all of that. So let's go deeper into your book. So it's your GPS to happiness. How did you come up with the name?
Well, I like direction. I like things to come in an orderly fashion. So if I am here and I want to go over there, I need to get direction. And what I've observed is that most people find themselves in this situation where they have a problem. And then they find themselves like me going, now what? What am I supposed to do? And so this took time because I started first with a course and then I started teaching it. And so I observed that a lot of people have no idea what they want.
Yes.
No clue. And it is normal. It is really very normal because what we need to do is research what brings us joy. Who are we? And as I started going deep into that, I realized that the foundation of this issue is, first of all, is who am I? Who am I? What brings me joy? Before I can even answer what do I want, is I have to know who I am. Then I have to become comfortable with who I am. I have to be comfortable being who I am. So those are the foundation steps before I can even go to where do I wish to go to. So those are my steps. And I broke the book down into 3 parts. The first part is about being. So who we are. The second part is about doing. The things we need to do once we understand who we are and where we want to go to. So it's about doing. And the third part is about having. My having is not about the car in the garage, but rather about having joy, having gratitude, having happiness, that sort of thing.
Feeling,
yes.
Not external objects.
Exactly.
And then also realizing that, well, I don't know, this does take some time, but that happiness or joy or bliss comes from the inside. At least that's what I feel, not external objects or achievements.
Without a doubt, it's an inside job. And most issues that we're dealing with that are external, their foundation are truly internal. When we understand that, our external problems get resolved because we have resolved our inner conflict. How many people deal with such enormous inner resistance, like me saying, no, I don't think so. And until it breaks down and we come to this stop, this halt, that we realize, I guess it's time that I need to face what is going on within and deal with that. And then I can move on and the external issues will resolve themselves, or I can deal with them better.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I think there can be a lot of things that wake people up. I mean, sometimes it could be a car accident. It could be being in the hospital, getting diagnosed with some disease, or for you, it was your business not doing well. And, and it can be hard, and there can be some shame and guilt, some emotions might come up that, and people might not even realize at that point that they need to change or anything, or that it's a sign. Like, what are you doing? It's a wake-up call. You know what I mean?
It's so, you're absolutely right, because here's the thing. We like to be in a safe place. We like to be comfortable, even if it's uncomfortable. We'd rather wear the shoe that hurts, but we know the shoe and we go, I can deal with that pain. While maybe the next shoe that I'm trying, fear, resistance, that could be painful. And so there are ways to overcome that now by negotiating with our inner saboteur, the one that's trying to keep us safe, by understanding that they're doing their job. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing to keeping us safe. And if we learn to negotiate and to find other possibilities to work around this resistance, and be open to, although we may not know what it is, but be open to change, to trying other things, then we can overcome this block in the road and work in harmony with the saboteur and the potential and the possibility of the future, and integrate them over your heart and make it as one. It takes a little bit of time, but yes, it can be done.
Well, that sounds like a very spiritual process. Do you take people through that in your life coaching?
Yes, I do. We are talking about putting the resistance in your left hand and your future image, your vision in the right.
Uh-huh.
And then we're trying to figure out what it is that this resistance, which has a positive intent. So we have to really be very clear. There's something good about that. But would there be maybe any other way to overcome this resistance? Is there another possibility that you can deal with the fear and still make progress, make a change? And usually your unconscious will go, yeah, absolutely, I can see that. But you don't need to know the way. You just need to know that there's a possibility I could do that. And so then we come up with another and another. And then we will see, oh, that could work. And so you're lowering the resistance and you're integrating it with the future vision.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I've never heard of that process before. That's amazing. Did you discover that yourself?
No, that's part of a technique that I have been learning and studying through my hypnotherapy. So and we're working with the unconscious. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. So if anyone wants to buy her book or have coaching with Marina, definitely reach out because that sounds incredible. Well, let's go deeper into your book and how you help people navigate to a life of fulfillment, as the subtitle says. So what are some of the self-assessment questions you can ask yourself to guide you?
The biggest self-assessment question is really, as I said, who am I? But very often we're also not quite clear as to what is troubling us. As I said, I spoke yesterday to this potential client, and she told me she was, as I said, her life broke down 3 years ago. She went to a therapist, and the therapist made her feel even worse afterwards.
Oh my God, how can that happen?
That's not the first time that I heard that. I heard another lady, a friend of mine, who became, because of the therapist, highly addicted to let's fix this quick. And here's a pill, take a pill, take a pill, take a pill.
Oh,
and
that's a psychotherapist because they can prescribe drugs. Yeah.
Exactly. So here's the situation. To me, it was understanding that something happened where I'm grieving, losing a business, losing something that you loved, be it a business, be it a relationship. It could be your children are going to college. It could be that you are in college and suddenly you realize this is not the life I thought I would have as being in college. And you're getting incredibly addicted to social media because there's all the shining objects on social media, and they're happy and it makes me so.
It is so dangerous. I found that I definitely was looking at that and feeling down and not even realizing it and not even realize how much time I was spending on it. So now I'm only posting myself. I don't look at other people's stuff very much.
That's perfect, because that's the way it should be. We're using it, but we're not being abused by it.
Yeah,
exactly. Because we can have alcohol, we can drink it, but we do not necessarily have to be alcoholics. It's having a healthy relationship with the two, because today in business, we need social media. It has become part of our business.
Yes, that's right.
But being abused by it is a different thing. So here, what I observed is that very often things happen and we are not clear as to what has happened to us. The gravity or the grieving,
because we push it down, right?
Push it down. Yeah. And we are going, it's not that bad. And then it gets worse and it gets worse. And we may get poor advice, and sometimes we get great advice, but we're still not moving forward. Something is not right. So the key then is to realizing that we live within We live inside. This is our home at our heart space. And this is where it needs to be comfortable. So we need to work at the foundation of our being, which is at the heart space. So we need to stop thinking from the head. We need to take that away, close our eyes, take it to the heart space, and then really, in all honesty, without self-critique, without any criticism, without judgment, say, I like this. I like that. And then we find the path to becoming that. We also have to learn to like ourselves. Very often we do not. Very often it's so critical.
Eventually love yourself, but liking is a good first step.
Very good first step. There was a book I read many years ago, Bertolt Brecht, The Good Person, The Good Human, or whatever, from Sichuan, where there was this story about liking and loving. And you're so right. You can only love a few, but you can like the many. But if we don't like ourselves, we can't like anyone else either. Not really. It starts with us. Everything starts with us.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a mirror or reflection. So if you notice that somebody is like that, oh, I don't like this person, that is really what they're saying, is that they don't like themselves, right? I'm just hypothetical,
It's very true. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I was trying to teach my son about that. Like when someone says something bad about you or calls you a name, don't take that in, because they're really saying that about themselves. And so I was trying to teach him to like protect his energy. And, when people are saying things, I mean, but it's kind of counterintuitive, because you think they sound so confident and like bold, you would think, how could they not like themselves? So it's interesting.
That's very often the deflection. If he shouted out very loud, that could be because we're very insecure within. We're just making believe that, we are so. There are the two ways, one is the bravado, and underneath it, it's I'm covering, and underneath that shell, the outer shell. Yeah. There are the two ways to do that. Yeah.
That's interesting. And, I feel that so often people don't really know what brings them happiness, because they might be trying to please their parents or their family, or they're just like following this book from school where, okay, now it's time for me to go to college. Now it's time for me to get a job, or whatever it might be. And then they don't take the time to think and reflect, what do I like to do? What makes me happy? And happiness doesn't even seem to be valued in our society, really. It's more of just like, go, 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 success. That's why I wanted to have you on my show, because it's Zen. I want to promote Zen success, and not forcing success or not having a fake success, because that is detrimental for your health. And, and there's some countries like Bhutan who value happiness, the happiness quotient. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that.
You're absolutely right. We've got it wrong. We believe that when we have something, be that success, whatever that success is to you, be that the car, the spouse, the house, the big bank account, then we will be happy. And then we will do the things that will furthermore make us happy. But that's the rat race. We will never, ever, ever get there. We first have to be happy. And then we create, that's the foundation. And then based on that, we will find the things that furthermore will increase our happiness. That's the better way to life. It is the perfect way to stay healthy, to be balanced, to have truly well-being. And also, as you address this people pleasing, I just heard Oprah say that she did that for years and years. and Oprah, to please people by saying yes to things she didn't really want to. And then she was unhappy and she was miserable. It didn't change their lives that she said yes. And it really affected her life because she didn't honor herself and wasn't authentic to herself. So you're absolutely right. We need to say no. We need to be honest with ourselves and stop pleasing others. Please
interesting. Okay, now going back to Oprah for a minute, I'm just curious, was this like while she was successful, she did this as well? Or she was saying like,
yes, she was clearly successful because they asked her. I started reading this book, The Seat of the Soul, and she has the foreword. And she said that they asked her to be the guest speaker. Let's say it was in Spain. So she had to fly to go to Spain, speak there for, let's say, a 2-minute speech, and then fly back. And she said yes. So
yeah, well, hopefully, she could extend her stay there. But that's so interesting because, you could be successful and still have that holding you back in your life from true happiness. So it's interesting because you think, oh, Oprah, she figured it out, she's got life figured out. So it's great that she has that humility. So thanks for bringing up that example. So how can working backwards help get you motivated to change your life?
I love that question. So here's what we do. Here's a great technique to look backwards.
Everybody get ready. You might need a pad. Write this down. If you're driving, listen to it.
Please don't.
Don't do it.
No, yeah. Please don't do it. So working backwards. Here's what you do. You set a vision for yourself and make it one goal at a time. Do not do this multi goal setting. Please no. One goal at a time. Focus. And I believe in slowing down to get there faster, which is why I'm saying one goal at a time. So set one goal, look at the future, let's say a year. Don't make it too far out. In a year, visualize seeing yourself having achieved this goal and visualize the life that you are living having achieved this goal. Close your eyes, see, not while driving, close your eyes and see how it affects your relationships once that you've achieved the goal. How does it affect your finances? How does it affect your career? How does it affect your happiness? Whatever. So make little images in your mind as if they were movie clips. See them. So walk it backwards. So that's a year from now. While your eyes are closed, walk it back 3 months from that point. What must you have done 3 months prior to that time to have achieved that goal? But you don't need to know it. You just need to get a feeling. You don't need to know every step. It's something opens up inside of you with your eyes closed. And you go, oh, I guess I needed to reach out to so and so many people. I guess I needed to have picked up the phone and assert myself, whatever the case may be. Then you take it 6 months prior to your vision in the future. What must I have achieved in all these areas to get me to that point in the future? And then you bring it down to 9 months prior. So it's 3 months from today. What must I have done to achieve that in the future? And by walking it backwards, you get a better picture without pressure of the things that you need to do. So it is future planning and timing backwards, and it opens certain pathways of your unconscious to help you very focused move forward without feeling a threat, without the resistance. It is just a feeling and visions that you're getting.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then you can start writing down the action steps.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Then you can make the action steps. Now that you have clarity, then what I would propose is in your journal, start with that future vision 1, and walk it back and then fill in the blanks. What do I need to do 3 months from now so that I get that in a year from now? And you fill those spaces in, and then you get clarity. You see your journey and you've walked it back, but you're starting, of course, at the beginning. Yes. It sounds a little bit confusing, but by looking into the future, you get clarity as to what you want. And that's key. If you want to move forward, you have to be clear and focused, not spread all over the place. Then you get lost. Very, very clear-minded and single-focused.
I don't know why this is coming up, but I have a question about, do you feel that people can accomplish anything they want through your process? Or do you feel like there's also destiny, that people have a purpose and like a bigger vision that they're supposed to do? So maybe these goals like might not come true because they're meant to do something else?
Yes.
Oh, yes, you do believe that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here's the thing.
Okay.
It may not happen now. It may happen later.
Yeah.
So the key is being patient and that is something that we have all great problems with.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Quick, run, fast. It can't be done fast enough. And what I have learned is that the faster I run, the slower I get there. Because I am in a frenzy. I am, the energy is wrong. We all keep
blocking the universe by that frenzy energy of trying, go like push. Oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
And when we go in meditation, what do? We slow down to connect with the universe. Only in slowing down can we open the channels of communication. Now, if that applies to us in meditation, it must apply to all things, because that is one thing that I've learned. Universal laws are that. They're universal. They don't, they're not that sometimes they work and other times, they're switching. No. So as we slow down, we get a better connection, we get better insights, and we move forward faster by slowing down, by single-minded, and by allowing the universe to guide us. We may have a vision, and I have a vision, you have a vision for your future. Big picture. But we don't need to know every single step, and it may not come the way we see it. But our big vision, I do believe in the big vision. I do.
Well, and then you can also open it up to the universe by saying, okay, this or something better. Because sometimes the universe, that has happened to me, has delivered me opportunities that I could have never imagined and that are so amazing. And my heart is just expanding right now. Like, and I'm just like, wow, but I never set a goal on it. I never thought about it. But, so I just find it's interesting. And I just, oh my gosh, I just love you. I love your philosophy and how you're helping people systematically. You have such a, like a systematic approach.
Yes, I like clarity. I've learned when I am not clear, when my clients are not clear, when we are vague, all we get back is more vagueness. So clarity, having a plan, and that is truly the hero's journey. Is we come to a point, we crash. We need a plan to move forward. And the clearer we are, the easier our journey becomes. Yes, there will be bumps in the road. Yes, there will be U-turns. We can deal with it, but we still have the clarity where we want to go to.
I see.
And by the guidance of spirit, move with spirit and move with God or universe or source or higher energy, whatever you call it. And that is the best journey you can possibly have.
Oh, mic drop. There's the end. We could like not say anything else. So do you meditate every day? Is that part of
Yes,
your daily practice?
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. How long do
And
you meditate for?
20 minutes. And
And
there are days that are not good meditation days. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. No judgment. Yeah.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful. What type of meditation do you do?
I follow my own drummer. I don't know. I just,
You
what
know,
I'm,
you feel.
you feel, yes. So I visualize light coming through and opening my chakras, cleansing the chakras. I'm visualizing light showers, cleansing my body of any negativity, viruses, whatever attached. And then I'm trying to connect with God, with my spirit guides, and asking them for guidance. And what is it that I need to do to further my cause, my mission, my purpose in life? And then I thank them and I close my chakras and I call it a day.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And that reminds me of the unified chakra and guided light meditation that I do, that I learned from a colleague of mine, and and similar to the way I healed my own cancer. I visualized the light coming in and water cleansing my cells and asking, my spirit, what is it that I need to do? And then when it was time, when I learned my lesson from the cancer, this is my own process. Everybody, has their own. I said, okay, now you may go.
Beautiful.
I got the lesson, and now you may go. So what is pain's role to push our visions forward to happiness or joy?
Well, unless we find pain, and if you're sitting comfortably in your recliner, are you going to get up and move and do something? I wouldn't. But if there's a needle in that cushion of your recliner, I think you're jumping up and trying to see the vision of maybe a better recliner in the future that doesn't have the needle in it. So the point is then that you have to have a vision for the future, a beautiful, bright vision that excites you, that exhilarates you, that helps you to jump out of bed in the morning. But very often we do have to have the pain that pushes us. That's the cause for when we break down, when something is feeling very uncomfortable. That's the initial push. But the pull is the vision of something better in the future. And these two, when they are in harmony, we don't like the pain so much, but it's good. It helps us to get out of our comfort zone and to move forward.
I agree. I think pain has such a purpose in our lives that way. And if you pay attention and don't try to push it away, and fully receive it. And like we were talking about, okay, what is the message and how can I move through this? I think you can get to the other side, and sometimes the pain can go away on its own if you go through a process of not resisting. At least that's my experience.
Right. Not resisting, and also being up for the experiment, for the excursion, for the experience, the whole process. The healing journey. And it is also, how often do we do this that we go, am I there yet? Am I there yet? Is it here? Oh, I want it now. And then we're getting so back again to that frustration of, I didn't get it yet. I'll never get it. Oh my God, let it go. No, it's not about arriving. It's about driving. It's about the journey. Our life is a journey, because once we arrive, we want something else, because life.
That's true.
It must move on. We must have something new. There is no way around it. So why not then enjoy the journey? And I have really, after I have finally, I hope, finally let go of this frenzy and said, it's not worth living if all I'm doing is in this hyper panic and frenzy. Just enjoy what you're doing. And I have to tell you that I'm much more balanced. I'm going, yes, it's a great day. So I didn't get everything done that I wanted to. Okay, I did my best. Tomorrow I'll try again. But I've had a great day. And you know what? When I look back, I get more done that way. Much more.
Yeah, because then you have the clarity and absolutely. That's amazing. And sometimes people would say that's bad. You could have elevated cortisol levels, or that's the fight or flight response that we always have to like go, go, go. So yeah, doing meditation or getting into a more alpha state in your life is much beneficial, has many benefits. Well, how can we understand our life's journey even deeper?
How can we understand our life's journey? That's a big, big question.
How did you do it? How did you do it?
I always had a feeling.
Yeah.
I had a feeling, and I'm sure you know exactly what I mean, that there was a calling, and most people have a feeling about the direction their life is supposed to go. And very often we suppress that. We go, oh, it's not what society wants. It's not what our parents or our peers or what have you that they want. And then we let go of this dream and this hope and this maybe naivete from that we have in our youth. However, if we follow our dreams and if we are honest and authentic and pursue our dreams, even if others say, now that's ridiculous, but by bringing it down into reality and making it maybe more real, finding ways to apply it to real life. So that sounds very abstract. For example, I wanted to always be doing social work. I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to act. I wanted to help other people. And I wanted to write as a kid. I saw myself as a Hemingway, which I wish. And I wanted to be a social worker by also being an actress. Now, combining all these things is ludicrous. You can't do that. It's ridiculous. They don't fit. And in the end, they did fit because I am speaking, I am writing. Maybe I'm not Hemingway, but no one will ever be Hemingway other than Hemingway. And I am helping people. I'm not a social worker, but I'm a coach. So yes, I did combine my vision and my journey. It came together. It took a long way because I needed to grow and to learn and to expand and to experience. And if that's the way it is, the universe guided me and brought me to where I am now. And next time around, I hope I won't resist that as much.
Oh, how long did it take you? When you say a long time, what does that mean to you?
Well, I probably 30 years, 40 years.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's yeah. But congratulations.
Thank you.
You did it. You know, you're on the journey now.
So did you. So did you. Cancer was your wake up, your awakening of your soul and your purpose.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's interesting because I think that my purpose is evolving, you know, as I go on, as I meet people, it's just interesting how things come up and it evolves. But yeah, thank you so much. It's been an amazing journey. And you're right about the journey because you know, we think about, oh, we would never want a disease like cancer. But for me, it was a gift because I started putting myself first because I had to. I said, I need to be alive for my kids. And so I'm going to do my therapy. I'm going to do all this stuff, whatever it takes. And, my kids are like, in the doctor's office on their iPads all the time. But I had to do it, because my husband was traveling a lot for work. But anyways, it was just beautiful. And now I feel amazing. So it was just, I needed to get healthier and do all these things and also love myself enough to put myself first. Mm-hmm.
That's right. And there's one thing that I've also learned, and that is it happens for us, not to us.
Bingo. And I didn't say that.
Yeah.
You are correct. That is beautiful and so powerful.
Perspective. It takes away this victim. You're no longer a victim. You go, okay, I needed that for my growth.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And I love that because I didn't share my diagnosis to many people because I got in this dynamic I found of being the victim, like what you were saying, and people, I'm so sorry, all this stuff. And I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that energy on me. And you're totally right. Transforming it, this happened for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing.
One word. Shifts the whole thing.
Yes. Well, how do we let go of what no longer serves us?
How do we, the letting go is one of the hardest things to do.
So true.
It is, it's very challenging. And it's not only the things, the material things with which we start. I needed to move almost 2 years ago, and I had to yet again let go of things. And over time, though, with the many moves that I've made, that has become easier. But what was more difficult was letting go of fear, of doubt, of uncertainty. And coincidentally, and I don't believe in coincidences, that year, exactly, I read the book, The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. So, and there were a lot of things in there that totally, I knew what he talked about because it had happened to me, very similar to what had happened to him. And I go, oh yeah, I get that. Okay, wonderful, no problem. Here it was July. My landlord calls us and tells us, the apartment is under contract. You have 30 days to move.
Oh boy.
Thank you. It was in 2021, the hottest real estate market in Florida. So forget about it.
Everybody was moving there, like from New York. Right. I remember that.
So the first thing was, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
The second one, close your book, stop writing, and now you need to have single focus on this. I changed the 30 days to 40 days, which was incredible. We found something, and then that fell through. Now, this person had stolen 10 days of my life, which when you only have 40, that's a lot of days. So in the middle of the night, that's the 3 a.m. anxiety call from the universe or from your higher self. I woke up and I was panicked. And I started walking, pacing, and then I said, I have to meditate. I sat outside and I started to meditate. And what I heard was, let go. Let go. And it was no longer of things, but let go of your fears, your doubts. Let go of all of that. And the question that was brought to me was, have I ever left you without a roof over your head? Have I ever not guided you well? Have I ever let you down? And it was no. So then the voice was, surrender and let go. Do what you have to do, and we will do what we have to do, but let go.
Did you feel me feeling that? I got chills that was the truth. That is the truth.
Yeah.
And then what happened for you? What was the result of that complete surrender?
I walked around every day with faith, certainty, trust. And I said to myself the words, everything is turning out better than I thought it would. Everything is going to be better than I thought it would. Then I said, I am positively expecting great results no matter what I see in front of me. The universe is rearranging itself for my best interest right now. Again and again. What happened was that day I saw another apartment that we went over, we made an offer. Things came on my monitor, no kidding, of this is what you need to do. I opened something on my phone with truly guidance, contact so-and-so, contacted so-and-so, sold my stuff. It was one thing led to another by me letting go of white knuckling, of being in a state of fear and panic and doubt. I let go and I allowed it to come in. An incredible experience.
Thank you for sharing that. It's so beautiful and divine, really.
Yeah. Yes,
you're in alignment, getting everything's connecting. You're seeing who you need to call. Oh, it's just amazing. So what's next for you?
Well, I'm going to start a course I would believe at the end of April, and I'm calling it.
Everybody sign up for her course. It's going to be amazing.
Breakthrough from wait 1 second, from, what did I call it? From self-esteem to some self-confidence to self-empowerment.
Okay.
So breaking through. So I'm taking you to become self-confident, to become self-empowered. And then what I will do is I'm starting seeing my next book already forming in my mind's eye, and it's a cookbook. And the cookbook it's recipes. It's recipes that you can use to make yourself feel better. It's not really cooking. It's recipes.
Oh my God. You know what's something? Okay. I don't know if you put this in my head, but no, you do it. But I just had this thought in my head about an enlightenment cookbook. See, like, okay. And that was you. That was your idea. And that was coming through to me too. And I was like, okay, I got to do these other things first, but you're doing it. That's so awesome. But yeah, we're so in alignment. Wow. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you.
Thank you, Kirsten.
About your book, your GPS to Happiness. It's so exciting. I got to get on your list so that I know about your course, and everybody go to her website. I'll put Marina's website and how to buy her book in the show notes. So thanks for being on my show today.
Thank you, Carissa. Really appreciate it. A joy to be here.
That's it for today's episode of Zen Success. Head on over to iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you listen to shows. Zen Success is also available on the radio in select markets through amfm247.com. Subscribe to the show and share with friends. Be sure to head on over to zensuccessshow.com to help you on your Zen Success journey, and join us on the next episode. May you find your own Zen success in life.